Next time you're sitting in DC traffic, we're going to give you something to stew over. Every move you make, every text or call you take, your car may be taking notes. That's because all those sensors, cameras, and microphones car manufacturers brag about and you may pay extra for could be collecting and sharing your personal data. In some cases, intimate information like your sex life, sexual orientation, or religious affiliation. And it's perfectly legal and listed right there in a car's privacy policy many of us don't read but consented to when we bought our car.
Most people are like, well, I bought a car last year. I don't remember consenting to any privacy policy. And it's probably because you didn't, or at least not anything that you really noticed.
Jen Kaltrider is a privacy expert at the Mozilla Foundation, a nonprofit focused on making the internet safer. Her team poured through consumer privacy agreements of 25 of the most popular car brands and found 84% of them share or sell your data. So where are car companies getting this information from? Well, you may be surprised to know a lot of it's just coming from us. Like when we download our vehicle's app to use features like remote start, or when we connect our phone.
The connected services also can collect a lot of information. Then the car companies go on to say that they can collect information from third-party sources. So public information about you, or information from governmental sources or social media outlets.
And automakers, she says, can combine all of that information about you from your car along with personal information from third parties and sell or share that data with companies we know little or nothing about.
I have to ask, what benefit is it to my car manufacturer to know about my sex life?
You know, I get asked a lot, well, how do they collect information about my sexual activity? And I don't know. I also don't know that they actually are. All I can say for sure when we read the privacy policies was that they required you to consent to a privacy policy that said they could.
It's asking me to enter my VIN, right?
Yeah.
Andrea Amico, founder of Privacy for Cars, says vehicle owners no longer have to sift through pages of privacy policies. His company built an entire database that allows you to input your car's VIN to see exactly what types of information your car is collecting and how it's being used.
Anybody can go to vehicleprivacyreport.com and you type in the VIN, and we give you a report card for free of your car. What did it collect? Where does it go?
Some data collected by your vehicle can actually be helpful to drivers, according to the Alliance for Automotive Innovation, which represents the industry. It says certain data can enable life-saving safety systems, such as heart monitors and a steering wheel or a seatbelt that can sense if a driver is having a medical emergency. But the Alliance agrees that privacy policies might be a little confusing, accounting for what they call incidental collection. That's why they're calling on Congress to pass a federal consumer privacy law that will provide us with one very clear privacy policy, so there's no question what information of ours is being collected and how it's being used, something privacy experts agree on.
It's nice to see the regulatory bodies kind of being pushed in a direction that's going to try and take action to protect consumers a little bit.
So lots of questions, right? So is there a way to opt out of your car's data collection? Well, sort of, but it comes with consequences. For example, if you don't download the vehicle's app, you won't have access to that remote start that you love or other features that the app provides. And if you don't consent to the privacy policy or parts of it, you could end up voiding your warranty.
Wow. Yeah, almost some kind of a give and take here, huh?
Yes, right?
What, for those of us who are very protective of our data, this is kind of bracing, but I'm assuming that this isn't just the automakers we're talking about here, right?
Right. Think about it. When you're in the car, you've got your car, you've got the GPS, you've got your satellite radio. All of that stuff comes with privacy policies. So you've got to read through each and every single one because they all collect different data. They all share different data, and how they collect it is different as well. So that's why the Alliance was saying to us that what they really hope is that Congress comes up with a big privacy policy that
everyone can follow, not just car manufacturers, but everyone, that there's one standard privacy policy that says exactly what you can collect, how you can collect it, and what you can do with that information. So we'll see. It's up to Congress to do that.
I halfway feel like, look, our phones are with us everywhere. They know everything. I mean, these days, so do our TVs. Like,
of course.
You just, I don't know how we get around it.
I know, but here's one other thing that was really interesting, too, is if you have a passenger in your car and they plug in to the connection in your car, their data also is at risk as well.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
No such thing as a free lunch.
No.
That's right.
At
Just
all
ride your
anymore.
bike.
I know. No.
There you go.
All right.
Thanks, Susan.
Sure.
And of course, that brings us to our survey question today. What kind of information, if any, should your car collect?
All right, let's see what the answers are right now so far. Driving data, anything goes or nothing at all. And it looks like driving data and nothing at all are kind of close in number, close to each other. But driving data is leading the pack right about now.